Hello everyone. We completed attributes of what is file and attributes of file. Now file operations of a file. A file is an abstract data type. We need to consider the operations that can be performed on files. The operating system can provide system calls to create, write, read, reposition, delete and truncate files. See, the first chapter itself we saw different types of system calls. For each work we have to done inside the system, there is a need to call a function which is called a system call. For each and every work we have one system call, separate system calls. They are called inside and then only it is possible to work, right? Here also the operating system can provide system calls to create, write, read, reposition, delete and truncate files. For each and every operation we have to provide operating system separate system calls. Okay, first one, creating a file. Two steps are necessary to create a file. First we have to create a file. How to create a file? First, space in the file system must be found for the file. Okay, first space in the file system must be found for the file. We have to check whether the space is there in the system for creation of a file. Second, an entry for the new file must be made in the directory. So we have to check or create a new file under the directory. Means directory contains files. Okay, an entry for the new file must be made in the directory. You need to made a directory for a new file system, and that is the creation of a file. Once again, two steps are necessary to create a file. First one, space in the file system must be found for the file. Okay, second, an entry for the new file must be made in the directory. Okay, next, writing a file. To write a file we make a system call specifying both the name of the file and the information to be written to the file. So if you want to write anything on the file, you need to mention in which file you have to write the content. So there is a need to specify the name of the file, both the name of the file and the information to be written to the file. So whatever the information if you want to return to the file, you have to mention. Given the name of the file, the system searches the directory to find the file's location. So whenever you can give the name of the file, it checks where the file is located in the directory. Okay, it searches the directory to find the location of the file. The system must keep a right pointer to the location in the file where in the file where the content is stored, right? So this is about writing a file. Once again, for writing a file there is a need to specify the name of the file as well as the content whatever you have to write the file. Whenever you give the name of the file, it searches the system searches the file where it is located in the directory, and it also the system must keep a write pointer, mean whatever the content you have to or you are trying to write, it is placed into the location where the file is. Next, reading a file. See, writing a file means we have to place the data into the file. Reading a file means you have to read the content of the file, or you have to take the data from the file. That is to write to read from, right? Reading a file. To read from a file, we use a system call that specifies the name of the file and where in memory the next block of the file should be put. Again, the directory is searched for the associated entry, and the system needs to keep a read pointer to the location in the file where the next read is to be taken place. So simply we have to read the content from the file. We need to specify the name of the file. So from which file you have to read the content in the memory, the next block of the file should be put. Okay, and again the directory is searched whenever you give the name of the file, and the next block of the file should be put. It checks the directory for the associate entry. Associate entry means whatever you mention, or you mention the name and address of the file you are trying to read the data. It checks and catches the associate entry, and the system needs to keep read a pointer. I mean, write pointer is vary than read pointer. Read pointer to the location in the file where the next read is to takes place. Okay, that is reading a file. Next, repositioning with a file. Repositioning with a file. The directory is searched for the appropriate entry, and the current file position pointer is repositioned to a given value. This operation is also known as file seeking. Seeking means if you are in some position, and you are trying to go in to a particular position, then that is called seeking. Mean now you are in some place, we are trying to move to some other place, that is called seeking. Means repositioning a file means you are in second byte. I am second byte of word, and you are trying to move some other place, 8th byte or 10th byte or something else. I mean, if you want to move from current position to some other position, now your position is somewhere, and we are trying to move from that current position to somewhere, that is called seeking or repositioning. Mean position is moved from one place to some other place, right? See here, the directory is searched for the appropriate entry, and the current file position pointer is, I mean, current position mean whatever the position now we have, reposition to a given value. Here given value means you have to give 2 bytes or 3 bytes or 10 bytes. So now we are in 10 bytes, and I want to move or given a value 10 means 10 plus 10 20. So it moves from 10 position to 20th position, right? Like that. Next, deleting a file. So to delete a file, we search the directory for the named file. Having found the associated directory entry, we release all file space so that it can be reused by other files and erase the directory entry. Okay, so you simply give the name of the file, you delete all the contents of the file, releases its space also, and that space is reused for other files, reused by other files, and erase the directory entry also. And I mean it also delete the entry from the directory too. In addition to delete the content of the file, it can also delete the entry from the directory also. So after completion of releasing all the files, all the file space, the space is used for other files. Next, truncating a file. The user may want to erase the content of a file but keep its attributes. This function allows all attributes to remain unchanged except for the file length be reset to 0 and its file space is released. Okay, just here the difference of deleting and truncating is here the user may want to erase just the content is erase means hope you know the difference of deleting and erasing. The contents of all file but keep its attributes. Attributes are keep with it, and this function allows all attributes remains unchanged except to file length but reset to 0 and its file space is released. Okay, this is about truncating a file. Next, types of files. Types of files. A common technique for implementing file types is to include the type as part of the file name. As part of the file name, the name is split into two parts, a name and an extension. Already attributes of the files, one of the attribute is type of file type. I told you yesterday we will discuss different types of files tomorrow. So here we need to discuss types of files. The files name of the name of the file can be split into two parts. One is name and second one is extension. Usually separated by a period character, means dot. Okay, in this way the user and the operating system can tell from the name alone what the type of a file is. So here name and extension is separated with dot symbol. See, here we have the following types of files. Already I told you. See, first one, file type, usual extension and function. A table is there here. Type of file, executable file. Type of file, executable file, .exe, .com, .bin or .none. See, those are called see, file name, I mean file name .exe extension. Exe means executable file. .com, .bin, right? Like that. Next, object file. See, function ready to run mission language program. Hope you know .exe file, .obj file, .cpp. See, compiler program. First, if you want to execute our C program, first you have to write a C program with .c extension. Mean factorial.c. You have to save your file with a program with factorial.c. That is our program. First, that program is converted into its object program. That is that file is converted to obj file, object file. Okay, .obj, it is converted into .obj, and again it can be converted into .exe. That is executable file and object file. See, here ready to run mission language program, obj, object, obj, object obj compiled machine language not linked. Next, source code .c, .cp, .cpp, .java, .pis, .asm, .al, like that. So that is a source code in various language. Next, batch BAT. Batch files are represented with .sh commands to the command interpreter. Next, text files .txt, .doc document files. Textual data or documents. Word processor .wp, .tex, .rtf, .doc, like the various word processor terminal formats. Next, library files .lib, .a, .so, .dll, like that. Library of routines for programmers. Print or view ps, pdf, jpj, okay, ASCII or binary file in the format for printing or viewing. Next, archive or multimedia, I mean mpeg, mov, rm, mp3, avi. See, these are the different types of files. Okay, different types of files. File type, usual extension, and the function of the file.